What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to the Pentagon challenge. And now we're at the end of our 4th season in this career, and a little bit about news to start off with. Sadly, we weren't able to retain the South African Premiership, and also the fact that there are 2 teams in the final who aren't in first or second means that we won't also be getting African Confederations Cup football next season, which is a real shame. But we'll go on to the positive sides now. We are now manager of Ghana, which is a massive step up from Hong Kong. Ghana are currently ranked 27th in the world. They're a very, very poor African Cup of Nations, only picking up 2 draws and a defeat, knocking them out in the group stages. So now I've been given the task to try and qualify them for the World Cup, which I will obviously try and do. I've been in charge for 2 games against Sierra Leone and Botswana, so 2 more wins there and we should be qualified. And we've got Uganda and Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone are the team in second, so if we win there, we are qualified for the World Cup a game early. Which actually no, we'll be qualified for the World Cup. Yeah, so if we draw there, we should qualify for the World Cup. So it should be fine. And also, we do our African Cup of Nations qualifications whenever. I think it's next year. I think it is. So we'll have that to look forward to as well. So I'm looking to try and win some trophies here with Ghana. I think that is a possibility. I think there's got some very decent players still, the likes of Kevin Bruins Boateng and Eddie Ayus, of course, and you know, a lot of decent players there. Very good midfielders. So defensively we lack, but I'm sure we can make up for that going forward. So anyway, there's Ghana. We'll be looking forward to see what we can do there. But anyway, to Wits. So obviously, like I said, we didn't win the league. We're going to finish 2nd place because the FA Cup winners do end up getting the... Oh no, 3rd and 4th place. Oh wait, no, the top 2 teams qualify for the African... Oh, the qualifications have changed. So we're in the African Champions League next season. That's fantastic. I honestly didn't know that. Oh, I've been preparing for a season without continental competition because last year it was the top team goes into the African Champions League, the 2nd place team goes into the African Federations Cup. So they've changed that. So we are in the Champions League next year. Oh, that's great. That's exactly what we wanted. I bet it better be this season, but yeah. So yeah, we're in the African Champions League. I didn't even notice that, so that's a huge shock on myself. But yeah, we finished 2nd. We let ourselves down in a certain stage in the season. I'll go into the fixtures after we did a live com to show you that. But yeah, it's a huge shame that we're not going through. We're just going to do this live com against the Chiefs, and then we'll go through the fixtures and talk about how we did in the Champions League itself, and also the cup competitions. Likewise, obviously you know we're not in the final, but I'll show you when we got knocked out. So I'm just going to make the change, and we'll go forward. Overall, also another thing quickly, we did get taken over eventually. It happened I think a week or 2 after I did the live com last time. So we had a new owner come in. He said he wanted to bring his own man in, which made me crap myself. I thought, oh no, he's going to sack me. I've not been here long. Okay, I've won a league title, but I'm not a favourite personnel. I'm not an icon. I'm not a legend. I'm nothing here yet. So, you know, they could easily get rid of me, and I'm sure not many people would care too much. Let's just do what he says. So I was really worried that I was going to lose my job. In the 3 games under him, I think I won 2 and drew 1. And I thought, well, that's not good. I've not exactly had a 100% record. He could easily sack me, and then I'd be out of a job. But luckily for me, he said, you know what, I'm happy with you to stay. So I thought, oh, great, that's you know, my future sorted here. Because I still hadn't actually played a Champions League game. It was just after we got the Champions League draw that, you know, the message came up saying, oh, we're going to have you stay on here. I was like, yes, get in there. I'm going to stay. But the new owner hasn't invested any new money yet. He's not said that he's gonna spend. What he said was, I've invested money to clear the debt, but that's it. So hopefully he won't cut our wage bill. In fact, I hope that he allows it to grow, gives us a little bit of money to play with, because really I want to be strengthening the team and going for the title again next season. And also the fact we have Champions League football next year as well is a massive plus. Hopefully the fact that we're in that continental competition will allow for him to, you know, allow us basically say that yeah, we'll invest in the club because hopefully they'll win it. And hopefully we'll go on to win the Champions League. So we're not doing too badly. We're actually doing very well against Kaiser Chiefs. I feel like I'm saying them wrong every time I say them, but these are all pre-recorded, so I don't know. But overall season for us, it was okay in the stages. Like I said, we're going to fixtures afterwards. In stages, we were very patchy, very poor, and in the end, that threw us away. And overall, I'd say it was defensively, we showed our troubles this season. We were very poor in some games. We conceded way too many goals. Jair, the captain, has scored 32 goals this season. He has been our star man by far. No one else in the league can really compete with him in goal scoring. There's like, I think he's 2nd or 3rd, so he's doing very well there. But overall, in all competitions, he has been the guy that we've relied on most. and I don't mind that because he's the captain. I don't mind a striker being depended upon to score the goals. It's just that next season, if he's suddenly not scoring as many goals, we may find that we struggle. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully he'll continue to score goals, and plus we'll have other people chipping in to score. But overall, I think it was defensively we let ourselves down this season, as we can see the goal there. Because if we actually compare goals against, we'll see that compared to the best defense to the worst, we're sixth, seventh worst defense in the league, seventh best defense in the league, which it's about mid-table. But goals scored, we're up there. We're only second to Orlando Pirates. It was just if we could improve defensively, we would have picked up enough points to win this league comfortably. Keep going, lads. I don't know what I pressed in the end. Keep going. You'll come out with a win tonight. Yep, that's fine. Another thing as well is this squad is very, very young, and especially going forward, I think we have 3 strikers battling for one role here, playing alongside the captain, and they're all fantastic. They're all like 19, 18, I think 16 as well, the third choice one. So they're all very young people, people that will develop. So even if we're here for a few years trying to win the Champions League, I think we've got youngsters here who have the capability to becoming some of the best players in African football. So that is a massive, massive positive. The new keeper's been fantastic this year. As you see, I'm trying to input another defender because our Rivaldo got injured in defence. But overall, it's not too bad. Someone's come in and done the job decently enough. So I think we've got a very promising squad here to go forward in the Champions League and really compete to win it. So we're at the 77th minute. I think I'll make some subs. I'll give our young 16-year-old a few minutes. Chapman will take off for another youngster, and we might as well bring Nyatama on, who probably playing his last game for the side. He's not exactly a great player. He's on about 1,000 or so a week, which is quite a lot for the club. So I've been trying to get rid of him, see if we can shrink it down. A lot of people are running out of contracts. I've tried to sign a lot of them down to new deals. I don't want what happened last summer, which was a lot of people leaving. So we won the game, that's fine. I know I didn't really talk about it, but I used it as a way to talk about the team. So we end up coming 5 points off the champions, which is fine. So let's go into the fixtures, we'll have a look. So last time I left you off, it was there at the Bloom Celtic game. Blue M, Celtic, whatever. So as you see, we continued from very good run of form. We beat Ajax Cape Town, we beat Orlando Pirates 4-2 in a fantastic match. Beat Platinum Stars 3-1. We drew 2-2 to Maritzburg United, which was the game just before the owner said, we're happy to keep you. And I thought, because he was in charge, I think, for these 3 games, Orlando Pirates, Platinum Stars, Maritzburg United, United. Orlando Pirates was a tough game. I thought I was going to lose. We won. That was great. Platinum Stars was another tricky game. We won. So we played the easy team when we drew. I thought, he might sack me, but he kept me on, which is good. After that, in the South African FA Cup, we won 5-1 against a very little team. Then in this game, in the Champions League preliminary round 1, we played a Sierra Leone team, and we won very, very comfortably over the 2 legs. We won 3-0 at home, which was very comfortable, and then 3-0 away from home. This game was proper bizarre. I'll show you by the highlight. The pitch was just damn right crazy. If not, I'll edit in a bit because I recorded some while it was actually happening. But the pitch is just damn right crazy. Look at this. What? I've never seen a pitch of that colour before. That was just, it hurt my eyes at first. It was crazy. So we qualified through to the first round of the Champions League. After that, in between them 2 games, we lost to Golden Arrows 3-2. That was disappointing. A game we could have easily have won. We beat Supersports United 3-2. That was another tight match, conceding way too many goals here and here, showing. Then we beat Jomo Cosmos 3-1. We lost in the FA Cup second round to Maritzburg United. I think a team that in past meetings I don't think we've ever lost to before, and that was our first defeat. So that's a tough defeat to take. Really, we should have progressed through there, and we shouldn't have lost 4-1, but we got battered. We didn't play well. Defensively, we were shocking, and that's another example there of why we need to improve defensively. But we played FS Stars 1-1. We drew to them. That wasn't a bad result. Then we had the Champions League first round. And now we face a team from Tunisia. And Tunisia, according to the rankings, are one of the top leagues in Africa. So it was going to be a very, very tough game. And also the past 2 winners of the Champions League in Africa, I believe, have all been from Tunisia. So we had this lot who are from Tunisia, we have this lot who are from Nigeria, sorry, them, not the same guys from Tunisia, Egypt. So we had 2 out of 3 winners were from Tunisia. Algeria, who are you from? Tunisia was runner-up the year they didn't win it. So we knew it was going to be tough playing against a team from Tunisia, but we played very, very well against them. I go back to my fixtures. We played very, very well against them. We won 2-1 at home, or 2-1 away from home, sorry, which put us on our way. 2 away goals is a massive boost, especially going 1-0 down. We had to fight back, and we showed great team spirit to get a result there. After that, we won 6-5 against Amazulu. This game was crazy. I mean, I hated the fact I conceded 5 goals, but the fact that we scored 6, we managed to outscore them was damn right bizarre. Stayed at the lead 1-0, we got it back. We then took the lead 2-1. They got it back to 2-2. We then took the lead 3-2. We then took the lead 4-2. At that point, you should assume game over, surely. Then we took a 5-2 lead. Again, you would presume game over at that point. They got one back before half-time, 5-3. Then they got another one just after half-time, 5-4. Then they got another one a few minutes later, 5-5. I thought, oh, for God's sake, I'm going to lose this game like 10-5. But we finally got another one. Ngulubu, whatever, scored in the 66th minute. And we'll call him Raymond. Raymond got in the 66th minute and who managed to walk away with a win. That was just a stupidly crazy game. And it annoyed me how poor defensively we were again there. Then we lost to Tux 2-1, a game we should have easily have won. And at that point, the title race was over. I knew it was, we were too far away from them and we weren't going to win it. So that was a massive shame to already know, with all these games left, even if we won all of them, we were going to be knocked out. That was a massive, hard blow to take. I know, we could have got some teams to do us a favour, but in a way, asking someone to overcome Orlando Pirates was a massive task for anyone. They were on such good form themselves, so we ended up losing the title there. After that, we beat Swallows 2-1. Then we went back to our Champions League game, and we lost 1-0 at home. But the away goal ended up pulling us through, and they only scored in the 80th minute as well. So it wasn't as if, they scored very early on and we had to defend for our lives. We played very well up to the point. They scored, but even then I knew we were pretty safe and we weren't going to score again. I mean, only a one-shot all game. That just showed how good we were defensively here, which is in stark contrast to the Amazulu game. So a little bit poor. So I've lost that, but at least we were through. Then we faced Sundown. We beat them 3-0. We beat Pokwan City. We beat them 2-0. Then we played the current holders of the African Champions League, the holders. I was like, oh no, we're going to lose here. So in the first game, we won 4-3. And I actually set up a tactic, which was just the same tactic with counter mentality. And I built it up for this game. So I put it on as soon as we got the draw, because I knew we were going to have to defend in this match. But before the game, I forgot to actually switch over to that tactic. So midway through the game, I had to go counter. And at that point, we were 1-0 down already. But we managed to get one back, which I thought that was great. But then we conceded 2 quick-fire goals, and I thought that was us out of the Champions League. I really did. I thought we were going to have no hope, 3-1 down. But we fought back incredibly in the second half with a great team talk. It worked fantastically. Got 2 from Raymond and 1 from Doughty, pulling it back to 4-3 and putting us in the ascendancy seat for the second leg. In between the games, we beat Celtic 3-1, and then we drew 2-2 in the second leg. Another high-scoring affair, but we took the lead very early on. They equalised. We took the lead again very early on in the second half. And at that point, once we were 2-1, I knew we were pretty safe. For some reason, they didn't look like they were going to score against us. Once we went countered, they sort of struggled. Okay, they scored their 2 goals in the last leg in the 30th and whatever minute they were. But they just seemed to, in the second half of that game and in the first half of this game, they never really presented much of a threat. And that was where we ended up winning the game. And we're through to the Champions League group stages now, which is fantastic. To have beaten the champions, to beaten 2 teams from Tunisia, the best team in Africa, apparently, the best league in Africa, apparently. It gave me great confidence that we're going to go on to win this tournament in the first time of asking. But we're going to have to do a very tough task. You just saw that game. So the Champions League group itself, we have Dolphins from Nigeria. We have Ismaili from Egypt. And we have Raja from Morocco. So we have a couple of tough teams. I don't really know how to compare, because obviously I don't know the African football very well. I don't know if these teams are meant to be good or not, but I'm going to approach them the same way I approach playing the holders. I'm going to play the counter mentality. Normally we play balanced and hope that we can get the best out of it. So if we become first or second in our groups, we're going to a semi-final 2-leg. We're winners of the semi-final 2 legs. We're going to the finals, which is 2 legs. And that's why there's no host, because the final is all played over 2 legs, home and away. But we've played fantastically to get this far, and being the holders, I say we fear no one. And I think that has got to be true. We've got to fear no one. Plus, now we have the summer to strengthen. I really do hope the new owner invests in the side, because we're in the Champions League group stages. We could potentially win this now. It's just that we need to invest in our defence, and we should be a good enough team to easily win a Champions League. It's just defensively, we really do need to strengthen. So that is all that is there. We'll look at some match stats right now. Played a match, Doughty won 7. Goals, we end up walking away with top goal scorer, Jair. That was fantastic. Good year for him. Doughty ended up finishing 2nd in the assist behind the Amazulu guy. I'll get a scout report on you. You may be coming to the club at the left midfield role. I'm looking to strengthen there, as well as defence. Anywhere else? Clean sheets, I don't think we did very well this year. I can't really see anywhere else that really attracts me to talk about. Key tackles. Apparently we had like some stats, a team stat, like most tackles won or something. Is there something like that? Is there like a stat like that? There is not, but it come up in the press conference that we had like something like most tackles won or most successful tackle rate or some rubbish stat like that. I was like, that's great. I mean, before you were criticising me, the press, and now they're praising me for my brilliant tackling technique, so thanks for that. Here's a little look at our finances. We're gaining money. Hopefully, like I say, we're projected to have a positive balance, so maybe that'll allow for the owner to invest. Maybe, hopefully, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be all about hoping now. Not anywhere in the club yet in like favourite personnel icons, but overall, a great season for us. We didn't win anything. We didn't win the FA Cup. We didn't win the Super 8. We didn't win the Knockout Cup. We didn't win the league, but we're still in the Champions League next season. We still could win other trophies as well. Hopefully we can win the Champions League this year. It would be incredible if we could, but I wouldn't be too disappointed if we didn't. Like I say, now we know that we're in the Champions League. I actually thought we weren't, but now we know we're in the Champions League for next season. Let me just double check that. I don't ever trust this. So yeah, we're in the Champions. We should be in the Champions League next season. So either way, if we don't win it, we're in it. We'll have another attempt the year after. So that would be all good. All things coming up. Millhouse right now. So be it for now, guys. I will meet you back for... When should I meet you back? Start season, probably. I'll just go over the awards like I did last year. And we'll jump straight in with a live com, which will probably be another Super 8 Cup game. I'm just looking at my Ghana team. I'm really excited to see what I can do with Ghana. I think we could win an African Cup of Nations here. And obviously, I want to get to the World Cup. I think that is a real good possibility. So this will be enough, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. It's been pretty good so far. So I'll meet you back next season. Hopefully we'll have a Champions League live com next season. Maybe we'll have 1 down, 4 to go. So until next time, peace out.